And you handle this. I gotta do
I gotta turn
another
my
thing.
voice share on. Do-do-do-do.
I'll check and make sure they can hear you.
Okay, should be good now. Once we get in the lobby, I will start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Formula A Season 2, Race 2 in Saudi Arabia. About to start qualifying here, an 18-minute session. First car to go out on track, I believe that is Thomas Taylor in the Haas. Alright.
You're all good, by the way. Stream is good.
Alright. A lot of cars scrambling here. You'll have to, I guess, keep track of what cars I'm looking at, because they're not going to know what I'm talking about.
Just commentate. I may not even be in the room for some of it, so just continue to commentate and it'll be fine.
Alright. So we got cars out on track right now. We've got some on the mediums, some on the softs. The majority of the field is on mediums, though. Currently looking at Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. So we saw a little recap of the last race in Bahrain, the season opener. Kyle Phillips winning in spectacular fashion on the last lap, battling hard with Trevor Graham in the Mercedes. The Red Bull Phillips was able to win race number 1 of season 2. A lot of drama during that race, a lot of drama post-race. So we're going to see how some of this fares out tonight. Should be a good race. Saudi Arabia, from experience in some of these races here. I ran this race last season. It was a pretty good race from what I remember, so we'll just have to see. But everyone's on their out laps. Should be going to their first timed laps now. I believe Thomas Taylor will be the first one to hit the line, start his lap, because he was the first car to come out of the pits. Could be wrong. If you see yellow sectors, it's probably guys letting cars by. Except turn 1 there. That looked a little bad there, but yeah. Currently looking at Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. He is flying right now. He's in Sector 2 of the track. So far a 41 second lap in Sector 2, heading down as long as it's into a hard right-hand turn. And a very quick left-hander back up through this long sweeping left-hander. The shape of this track is very unique in its own way. A lot of long turns at this track, and then a couple of straightaways. Kevin Bacani goes fastest with a 1 minute 29 seconds, .239. His teammate Dylan Thomas, the other Ferrari, second. And wow, Kyle Phillips, Bahrain winner, minute 28.10. Wow. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer in the McLaren goes second with a 1:28.76. A lot of work some of these guys are going to have to do. Andrew Davis in the Alfa Romeo, minute 31. Eric Zoll, minute 30. And Jurgensmeyer going to have to swerve a little bit to, I'm not sure what Alfa that is in front of him. One of the Romeos, either Tyler or Andrew. But Kyle Phillips is your pole sitter on the softs. Colton Paisley, P5 right now. I believe he's in a Williams. I'm still kind of getting used to who's who and what car they're in. Right now, the top 5. All right, Eric Zoll has retired from the session. I think he either has manually done so or he has been in an accident. I think, yeah, he was indeed in an accident in the... I believe that was... Man, what are those cars called? Alpines. One of the Alpines DNF from the session there on one of the straightaways. Sector 3. Jonathan Jergensmeyer into the pits. Wow. And Andrew Davis retired coming to pit road because of contact with Jonathan Jergensmeyer. A lot of cars with wing damage here. Not sure exactly what's going on. Joshua Estevao coming out of the pits now in a Mercedes. I see the other Mercedes behind him, his teammate Trevor Graham. Graham so close to winning Bahrain last week. Oh, so short. Disappointment for that guy, but maybe he'll be able to redeem himself here tonight. We'll have to find out. Estevao got a decent finish from if I remember correctly last week, due to this final lap incident that happened between Phillips and Graham. We'll just have to see what happens tonight. 11 minutes, 30 seconds left in the session. The two Mercedes teammates are basically with one another. I think there's a little bit of team communication going on here. Get these Mercedes machines up to the top of the board. Graham pulls ahead right now of Estevao. I think Estevao will be the first to get the toe lap. For anyone new to this and doesn't understand what a toe lap is, a toe lap is basically where it can be teammates, it can be an ally or a good friend. A car will basically give the car behind them straightaway speed by drafting. And drafting is basically the air from the car in front sucking up the car behind, making these cars go faster. So we'll have to see. I don't know. They're kind of spread out a little bit here. I don't know if Estevao's waiting on something or what, but Graham has taken off. We'll follow Graham here and see how he does. For the first couple of turns. It's hard right left-handers. We have a right-hander, a small left-hander, little tiny chicane down a straightaway. And this very, very sharp left-hander. Good speed through there for Graham. Into Sector 2 we go. Got a slower car ahead of him. Get out of the way, no big deal there. Graham had a beautiful Sector 2, I believe fastest Sector 2 of the session. Into Sector 3 down this somewhat long, kind of bended straightaway into a very, very sharp, might as well be a U-turn. Down to the front straightaway. Final turn for Trevor Graham. We're going to see if he gets it right here at the line. He's flying. His deploy is used. Trevor Graham to the top of the board with a minute 27.76 on the softs. Really, really fast lap. Had the fastest all three sectors there in that one. That was excellent job by Trevor Graham and his teammate Joshua Estevao with a minute 27.944. Mercedes 1-2 here in Saudi Arabia. 8 minutes remain in this qualifying session. Can those Red Bull guys get anything at these Mercedes guys? Red Bull's the winner last week. Mercedes trying to fight back, get their wins. Those are very fast laps, by the way. I just want to point that out from a racer perspective. Those are some flying laps at this track. So, really good job by both Mercedes guys there. See if Phillips is on the track here. All right, we're going to look at the Ferraris of Kevin Bacani, Dylan Thomas, the 24, and I believe the 48 machines. They are running together. Whoa, Kevin way wide there in Sector 3. That was almost bad. We're going to go look at Dylan Thomas. Thomas right now on a flying lap. I don't believe he's fastest at any of the sectors so far. Into the final turn for Dylan Thomas. Down the front straightaway here. 3-2-1 DRS has flared up. And Thomas P6. Oh. A little bit of a rough exit there out of turn number 1. I don't know if it was on a flying lap that last lap or if it was an out lap, but lap number 2 here. A little wide there, no big deal. That turn's very difficult to take. Some of these turns are super hard to take. Down this little straightaway. Sharp left-hander here. Kind of bank turn there. That's a fun turn to go around. Through the S's, sharp right-hander, and then back into a left-hander. Wow, what a wiggle there. Wiggles out of the turn as well. Thompson's car looking a little bit like a handful at the moment. He's giving it his all, though. He's trying very hard. Caught the wall a little bit there. Another very difficult turn. Oh, he got the wall again. I think that will do it for Thomas. I think he's going to bring it in this time. Alright, Kyle Phillips is back out on track now. He's on his out lap, just came out of the pits in the Red Bull 13 machine. Bahrain winner, as we've mentioned before.
I'm back.
And Wilson Hunt is back.
Let's go, boys.
I don't know if you've seen what happened, but the Mercedes teammates are 1-2 right now. Fastest cars on the track by basically a second. Little under a second, but close to it.
So I had a prediction before this qualifying session started, and I predicted that Jonathan Jurgensmeyer would win the pole, and he's currently 4th. But I haven't given up on him. I think before this session is over, Jurgensmeyer will be on that pole, without a doubt.
I wouldn't count it out.
But yes, indeed, Trevor Graham up by roughly 2/10 on his teammate, and about a second on the field, or about half a second on the field. Pretty close for the first few guys. Second here isn't too bad, because if you stay in the DRS, you should be fine. But a really tough track. The track that looks like the bent spoon is the best way to put it. This track is shaped like if I dropped a spoon on a couple of rocks, stepped on said spoon, picked it up and was like, dang, that looks like an F1 track. That's how you get this track.
Basically.
Racing wise,
on a flat? I think he is.
Yeah, I'd say so, with a massive corner cut there, but...
Yeah, big corner cut. Esteveo's going out for another lap. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remain in the session.
Jurgensmeyer's also on another out lap. Let's see, does Phillips go to the top of the board?
Down the straightaway into this final turn here. Very sharp turn down the front stretch. DRS is kicked in now. Kyle Phillips to the top of the board. Minute 27.522. I think that corner cut had a little bit to do with that. Maybe, maybe not.
I'm going to go on board here with Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. I believe everyone's going to be doing corner cuts similar to that, so...
Yeah.
No surprise there. Jurgensmeyer claims to be one of the best here, and we're going to find out if that ends up being the case. Looking really smooth so far. Not needing to like lift or anything of the such. Very clean and smooth, not having to do anything of the matter when it comes to correcting his car. It's been very smooth this lap. Now it currently in Sector 2. Even if Jurgensmeyer does not win this pole, he is still a clear shot for the win of this race. So we would just have to see a little bit of a move there to get out of the way of the oncoming wall.
Sector 2. Oh,
very fast.
just a car having a season
that
there.
is the GOAT.
Aaron Smith.
Aaron Smith in the wall. He's out of the session. Don't
Final
think that'll
turn.
hinder Jurgensmeyer's lap. But off the final corner, here comes Jurgensmeyer to the line. Yellow flag in the final sector, and it is going to be not to the top, but third for Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Now that's big. That's a big deal.
Oh, Esteveo passes Graham there. Minute 27.533. Graham ran a minute 27.760. Wow.
Esteveo, I think, is on another lap, too, because he's going full speed. Yeah, I think he's on another lap. Oh, he hit the wall. Backs it down. He's done.
I think that'll do it for this session.
We got a
We have a couple more cars doing some laps here.
I think Jake Scarborough's on a full-on lap. Could be wrong though. I don't know. He's taking it pretty easy.
Yep, Scarborough to the pits. Oh no. We have the Buick 1963. Not sure who that is. But Aston Martin coming to the line here. Stays P9 with a minute 29.655. Last car on track. That'll end the session. Kyle Phillips will be on the pole for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in the Red Bull. Do we have any picks for this race?
Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, without a doubt.
Wilson's got Jurgensmeyer. I'm going to have to go with Trevor Graham. Came so close at Bahrain. Oh, so short of the win, but I've got my money on Trevor Graham here tonight. We'll have to see, though. From experience, Jurgensmeyer is very good at this track, so we're going to see.
Buick is Jonathan Parker.
Jonathan Parker. Noted.
So,
These drivers get in their strategies. I will give Wilson the stage to start this race.
I again don't have any idea if we're doing a formation lap or not, but
Oh yeah, forgot about formation laps. I don't believe so.
I don't think so either.
Nope.
Nope, we're not. Alright. So, as all 5 red lights come on, they're ready, all the drivers are ready, and it is lights out, and away we go here in Saudi Arabia. Kyle Phillips gets the jump to turn number 1. Joshua Esteveo follows. There's a little bit of contact there in the second row, and now they're 3 wide behind them. That settles out, and Jake Scarborough gets the nod. He's ahead of his teammate Jonathan Jurgensmeyer now. Oh, we have a problem, and that's Zach Clark. Zach Clark's already out of the race. A crash here on the first lap, and we're getting real racy in the mid-pack here. As those 2 Hosses, I thought, may have made a contact, but I don't know. Everything gets settled out. No safety car, so all good there. And we settle out everything in this mid-pack now. So everyone about single file. No side-by-side. It looks like Dylan Thomas is trying to get around Taylor Jarrell. But other than that, everything looks good right now. Oh, that was Dylan Thomas in the wall there a little bit. Definitely clipped it. Might have wing damage. Hard to tell. Based off just looking at it, he does not. But can't tell. Now that battle goes side-by-side. Thomas to the outside of Jarrell. Here's the head into the corner. Thomas forced to take the outside line. Still stays side by side with him. I think he'll have him on this straightaway without a doubt. Leaning on each other a little bit. First lap leader, Kyle Phillips goes fastest, but that's always going to be whoever leads the first lap. So, and Taylor Jarrell does what he needs to do to hang on over Dylan Thomas, but Jarrell gets a little loose there on exit. And that's going to allow Thomas to get by him. A little bump there almost, it looked like. And a quarter cutting penalty for Dylan Thomas. It won't apply, I don't believe, but depends on how many he gets. And we look on down the field. We've had 2 people pit, and this is huge because Thomas Taylor has had to pit. And he's in one of the Red Bulls, so that's a big deal. And the other guy is Jonathan Parker. He's had to pit, so that allowed the GOAT Aaron Smith to move up a spot, as well as Brennan Reed to move up a spot.
Eric's all 3-second time penalty. I'm assuming for corner cut.
Yeah.
Battle for the lead here.
Yeah.
Joshua Esteveo, Kyle Phillips.
Ran down Kyle Phillips.
Looking to the outside, side by side in his final turn.
Side by side here for the lead. And Jeddah. I think Esteveo has him by the end of this lap. He's going to have it before then. But this is smart on Kyle Phillips' part, is he's allowing Esteveo to get ahead, so he'll have the DRS. As we mentioned, the DRS is enabled this lap, so drivers within a second of another driver, or of the driver in front of them, will be able to open that rear wing. And this is a big deal because that allows for extra airflow and can gain a driver up to a second lap if used in all the right spots. But Phillips taking advantage of it right there. Not able to get it within Estevao, but this next long straightaway with the DRS will be huge for Phillips here, trying to get back around Estevao, which I'm sure he will do, but he might wait a bit and wait till the front straightaway to get the next DRS to have him cleared for at least a good portion of that first sector. We have a yellow flag in the mid-pack.
That's a two. It's a Ferrari.
That is
Romeo.
That's Alfa Romeo. That's Tyler Crabtree. And something happened to Dylan Thomas as well, as he's dropping like a rock. He's back to 12th now. I'm not sure what that's all about.
He may have gotten a piece of that action, unfortunately.
But yes, Phillips is doing exactly what I thought he would do and giving the spot to Estevao on the front stretch so he can have the DRS. But Phillips has a big run, but this is going to allow Trevor Graham to get back in the battle. And Graham's wasn't too happy about that finish. He was the one taken out of it. So, although a racing incident, if karma strikes Kyle Phillips, it would not surprise me. Although not much Phillips could have done, but it's going for a win in a super competitive sport. Not surprising that Phillips did not hit the brakes. You can't blame the guy. Late race going for a win. Gets loose going up the hill, and Graham just happened to be there. If Graham could have reacted quick enough to back out of it, he probably would have won the race. But Phillips leads by about 0.6 of a second here in Jeddah. He's beginning to pull away over Estevao a little bit, but when they hit this DRS, Estevao will be sucked right back up to him, no issue whatsoever. Just got to keep it within a second until that part. And he actually gained quite a bit of time through that those last few corners there, almost a tenth, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is when you're relying on staying within a DRS range. The top 5 all are in a DRS train. The only one outside of this train is Kevin McConney within a 3-second margin of 3 to 5 second lead margin of the leaders. Everyone else is almost 7 or more seconds back already. So battle for the lead, a pass by Estevao, trying to get it going here, but Phillips still has the spot, and Phillips remains a spot. These top 4 are really under a blanket, and 5th ain't too far back, so Jurgensmeyer might just be taking it pretty easy, staying up close to these guys and letting them do what they're going to do here early. But as of right now, we're almost a 5th of the way through this race already, and Phillips has done a good job at hanging on to the lead, but he's not been able to get away like he did at Bahrain. He's having to work a heck of a lot harder here than he had in the last one, so we'll have to see how it goes for him in the rest of this race. But Phillips now maintaining a gap, to say the least, but it's closer than what it was the last lap as we come here to the DRS zone. You never want to be the guy
the outside
getting looked into by the DRS, and Phillips is going to let him have the spot for obvious reasons. He wants the DRS on the next straightaway, and he's going to have it. So here comes the rear wing for Phillips, back to the inside. Going to be no effort in passing Estevao here. Cleared him, and Estevao is not going to try and make a lunge back at him. So now he's just got to be smooth through the first sector. Does Estevao, and he'll stay right with him. And for the next DRS zone, he can try and make a move on Phillips. These guys are running really hard, but even with the battle for the lead going on, it's not really allowing anyone else to get in this battle. They're just kind of riding in line, waiting to see if they want to do anything. And right there, Jake Scarborough gets a 3-second time penalty. Probably won't apply, but it's worth mentioning as they come here to what is considered to be the only bit of banking on this course.
20 to go, by the way.
But Esteban's struggling through this sector a little bit, losing a bit of time to Phillips, but probably won't play to his disadvantage because of the fact that there's two back-to-back DRS zones here. So now we'll just have to wait and see how much Esteban is able to close in these DRS zones and whether it will make an impact on anything. Dylan Thomas with yet another penalty. Just inside the top 10 is Thomas. And now
back on the front straightaway.
Here comes Esteban. It won't. Oh, a little bit of a block there from Phillips. And Esteban now has the spot in Sector 1. So we'll see if Phillips tries to take it back through Sector 1. We've not seen anyone really try to make any moves here, but he's right on him. So who knows?
Ooh.
Oh, Phillips is wide. Whoa, really wide for Kyle Phillips. Falls back to P3. Might have wing damage from hitting, I think he hit Esteban there, not quite sure, but...
He hit him pretty hard.
And now Jake Scarborough is by... it doesn't look like wing damage for Philip, but I guess there could be. He is back to 5th, so... That's an interesting development here early in the race. Now the two Mercedes are out front. Maybe Phillips just wanted to get out of that battle. I mean, you don't have to win the race. You don't have to lead anything but the last lap. So maybe just getting out of this battle for the lead and now just going for or just riding around, which isn't honestly a bad strategy here, as long as you can keep up with the leaders. But Phillips doing a heck of a job at hanging on hanging on going through that sector and not hitting anything. But now they're back to the front straightaway, and we'll just go see if Trevor Graham can get by Joshua Esteban. Makes the move to the outside. No issue getting around him whatsoever. And Trevor Graham now out front here in... Esteban got back by his teammate, Trevor Graham. So now it is Joshua Esteban out front. And a McLaren has moved in to the podium spot. That McLaren is Jake Scarborough. If I was going to expect it to be anyone, it would have honestly been Jurgensmeyer. And that's not a bash at Jake Scarborough. That's just... I expected Jurgensmeyer to be the best driver here tonight. As from experience myself, I know he is very, very good at Saudi Arabia. But he's probably just riding. Give it time. He's there. He's up there with the leaders. No issue at all. Keeping up with them. He'll be in this thing before it's over with. As we are on lap 8 of 25. So, this race has been decent so far, but what are your thoughts?
I apologize if I lag here, but, so, interesting so far. We got some guys leaving the session real quick, but,
Phillips ducked under
interesting for Phillips. Phillips having issues quite earlier than I thought he would have them, but at least they're happening now instead of later in the race.
I don't think this is an issue. I think this is a planned pit stop. We are 8 laps into this thing, and with it being a halfway of a normal F1 event, this is about the time those soft tires will be given up, and he lost the lead. This might be his plan to get it back by undercutting the field. So I don't know.
Just have to see, but we have a car. The car stopped. It's a Haas in the U-turn there, first U-turn. But Trevor Graham up front right now. It's been a decent race so far. Good battle in between these Mercedes and McLaren teammates. Phillips has been the only Red Bull up front. His teammates haven't really got to talk much about it this mate. But yeah, does Mercedes get their first win of the season?
This very well could be the night, but if anyone's going to win, like I said, I think it's going to be one of the McLarens. But who knows? Now the top four are the ones under a blanket. We've got a really close train here for position now. As I believe, 3 wide for the lead. What a move there by Jurgensmeyer to try and get it. Interesting shunt there to try and get it. Could not do so as they're almost 2 wide for 2 rows. And they sorted out with Estevao now being the leader. Jurgensmeyer, like I said, going to be aggressive here. Wants this win. Probably trying to get out front and maybe even pull away if he can. But we're just going to have to see if Jurgensmeyer can do so. We have some more people leaving the session for whatever reason. And Taylor Gerald got a 3-second penalty. A lot of people here with penalties. It's pretty easy to cut corners on accident here, so not really all that surprising. As we're coming to the next DRS zone, the last time we went to this little bit of an area, we had that 3 wide pass. Oh, a little loose there for Trevor Graham. We have a yellow flag for something. I believe that might be Kevin McConaughey. Not quite sure though. As the Haas is still sitting there. One of the Mercedes wrecked. That's Joshua Estevao. Oh man.
Oh, and he's got no front wing. He's gonna have to pit here. Wow.
And that's exactly what he's doing. So
Scarborough up front now. Because of pit strategy here. We're gonna have to see. I think Graham may win the race off of pit road. Actually,
Phillips beat him off.
Scarborough.
Scarborough.
They would hold on to the lead. Did he pit?
Scarborough
I
has
so.
yet to pit. But I believe
Haas
has
stopped on the first.
Yeah, it's one of the cars that left the session that just didn't apparently DNF. It's just sitting there.
It's been sitting there for about 4 minutes now. Wow.
Yeah, it's ghosted though. So luckily these drivers don't even worry about hitting it. But out front is a Jake Scarborough that has yet to pit. And now we're gonna have to see if Phillips will reattain the lead here when Scarborough pits, and he's doing that now. So Scarborough is pitting. Here come the leaders. Scarborough is yet to start leaving the pit lane. It will begin that action now, I believe. Yep, starting to move. And he's not going to be close. Going to lose quite a bit of time, actually, I'd say. Oh, no, he might tack on. Nope, not quite. 2.3 back. Now is Jake Scarborough. Should be able to. He might be able to catch back up. The DRS is going to play to his disadvantage. He's 2 seconds behind his teammate. But being very aggressive, we'll keep an eye on him here. And he did get a 3-second time penalty. Don't know what that was from trying to catch up, but he did gain quite a bit of time. And not really doing anything. He's just a little bit faster on pace, trying to get back within that DRS range.
Oh.
Scarborough
The
did
other
a
Red
nice
Bull.
job at catching. That's Thomas Taylor. He's in the wall currently. No front wing right now. So we keep an eye on him to see if something happens. Something may have just happened to Andrew Davis as well. I didn't quite see what that said, but whoa, that AlphaTauri had to save it there. This mid portion of the track is very tricky. We'll have to see if Thomas Taylor can get through it okay. And even with no front wing, he's doing a decent job at keeping up with Tanner there just in front. Oh, into the wall, and there around goes Tanner. So, a wreck off the final corner because of Thomas Taylor. Oh! And now Tanner is out of the session.
Oh!
And that's going to probably be a safety car. That's in a very dangerous part of the track, and indeed it is. And our leader is Trevor Graham.
Wow.
This is going to bring a few more guys back into the battle, especially Joshua Esteve. He's got to get around a few cars, but if he can do that, he'll be right back in this top 5. And what we do under these safety cars, or at least what I did last season, I took a quick break. So, under safety cars, as always, we will do that. Some people are pitting for another set of mediums. But safety car on cue, and we'll take a short break. I'll be back right before the green flag.
Safety car to return to pit road this lap. We will restart with 10 laps remaining. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer in first. Kevin Bacani. What a drive for Kevin. He sits P2 right now. Joshua Estevillo.
So we will have this 10-lap dash here on the Earth Day shootout. Happy Earth Day, everybody. I forgot to mention that at the start of the broadcast. But Jurgensmeyer out front over Kevin Bacani and Joshua Estevillo. Green flag is back out in the air here in Jeddah. Jurgensmeyer is going to do everything he can to hang on. He's going to try and get away before the DRS. Oh, and a Mercedes is around. A big crash. Both Mercedes are in it. Oh, man, another devastating hit for the Mercedes. So that was Estevillo that spun first, and he collected his teammate in it. So this is devastating for last season's champion. Wow. Unbelievable for Trevor Graham. Just cannot catch a break so far. He was champion last season over Kyle Phillips. And albeit...
Jurgensmeyer drove away. Wow.
Albeit not very early.
I cannot believe that.
Albeit not very late into the season yet. I do not see Trevor Graham being able to make up a double out of points finish. For a win, but excuse me. Okay, now that I have stopped dying from literally swallowing my own slobber, Jake Scarborough is running down Jonathan Jurgensmeyer at a very fast pace. Now keep in mind, Jake Scarborough is on brand new softs. Should have no effort in running down Jurgensmeyer, but running down someone is a heck of a lot different than passing someone. But we've seen quite a bit of passing here tonight, especially with those heavy DRS zones. And now Scarborough is in DRS range. But you have to feel for those guys in the Mercedes. They have worked so hard to do good and just can't catch a break. Especially Trevor Graham. I mean, Trevor Graham probably should have won Bahrain, and then it just got snapped like that front axle did out of his hands. Nothing he could do. Nothing he could do there. We still have drivers running through that parked Aaron Smith car. Man, maybe Aaron Smith is just so fast that he's already finished the race. He is the GOAT, Aaron Smith.
He is the GOAT.
And Jurgensmeyer is still out front, but now Kyle Phillips has joined this battle. Jurgensmeyer continues to lead, but he's going to have to hold off people through DRS zones. DRS hasn't activated yet, but will be activated here shortly. And
it'll be side by side on the front finish.
Yeah, Jake Scarborough actually clears before the DRS, but Kyle Phillips goes fastest. So I imagine Jurgensmeyer is now going to play defense for his teammate. Oh, but there's not much Jurgensmeyer can do whenever Phillips has that kind of speed there on those brand new softs. So staying out may have not been the right call for Jurgensmeyer, but he's going to try and hang on. He will have DRS, but so will Kyle Phillips. But if Jurgensmeyer can get back by Phillips by any stretch of the means, he's going to hold him up for his teammate. And it's not going to be easy for Phillips here getting by Scarborough. And if the top two tangle, well, it'll go right back to another McLaren driver. So either way you look at it, as long as these guys can fend off Phillips, it'll go to McLaren. And they are getting real racy near the front here, as the battle there for that top spot almost came down to contact, as Phillips is going to have the run, as we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. That is Trevor Graham. So something happened to Trevor Graham, and it's just heartbreak for this team.
He cannot catch a break.
Kyle Phillips is out front now, and Jake Scarborough is trying to pass him back on the outside. Can't do so. So now they gotta hope they don't let Phillips get up to too big of a lead, because if he does, this race could be over. And they are losing time to Kyle Phillips. So luckily for them, if they can stay within a second, they have 2 DRS zones coming up. Well, actually 3. They have one right here, and that's going to allow them to gain a little bit of time. Not a ton, but a little bit. As Dylan Thomas gets another time penalty. But they need to keep gaining through these middle portions of the track, which Scarborough is doing. So good for Scarborough. Oh, was that Phillips in the wall there? May have hit the wall a little bit. Joshua Estevao goes fastest, so stealing the fast lap from Kyle Phillips. And now Scarborough is going to be right on Phillips' back wing as they go down to the DRS zone. And it is no effort at all.
Scarborough to the outside. Clean pass.
Scarborough to get.
Oh, he bumped him.
DRS. Yeah, there was a little bit of contact there, but here comes Phillips with DRS. So, not going to take much of an effort to get back by. And then we have another problem in Sector 3.
It's a Ferrari.
Oh, it's Dylan Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, he just wrecked it.
Wing damage.
There's a lot of debris on that final sector, and he is stuck here. Oh no! Oh, he just pulled out in front of him. Wow. Wow, that was not a very smart move by Dylan Thomas there. I don't know what he was doing, to be honest.
That could be a safety car.
That's going to bring out a safety car.
That was... Wow, I don't know what that was. I believe that was Aaron Smith.
No, that was Brennan Reed.
Yeah, Brennan Reed involved there. Nothing he could do. Thomas
but this is going to make things interesting. We're going to have another late restart here at Saudi Arabia. We had one at Bahrain. That's what made that finish that race really interesting. Although I think this one was going to be interesting enough. Don't know exactly what Thomas was doing there, though. I will be completely honest. May have not seen him coming. I may have thought he was clear, but I mean, he just waited so long, and then when he got there, just pulled out. I don't understand that. But
I don't either.
But Dylan Thomas,
I don't believe they'll pit. I could be totally wrong, but I don't believe they will.
I believe some people will. I don't think the top 2 will.
I think if you're Jonathan Jarrett, wait.
Well, Phillips fake out, but Jurgensmeyer stays out. Will anyone else pit? Bacani.
If I was Jurgensmeyer, I would have.
Nope. I don't think you can. Too many people are close, and now the back half have started to come in. So Colton Paisley, some people from outside the top 10 are probably going to stay out to gain a little bit of track position here. You know who this is big for, though? Trevor Graham.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Same for Estevao. Well, Estevao is on pit road, actually. I do believe that's either Graham or Estevao.
Graham was on pit road. Graham's on pit road.
Okay. Estevao in Sector 3 right now.
I believe Estevao will
yeah, this is big for them.
It might not, though, because Estevao is pretty far back, but Estevao is already on softs. So... So now the Aaron Smith's car is deciding to start having seizures on the track for some reason. Don't know what that's about, but but they should be going back green this lap. So Kyle Phillips out front, and he has a massive advantage here because the DRS isn't going to allow some of these guys to close in on so on this restart. If he can get out to over a 1 second lead, he should easily win this race, no doubt about that in my mind, but you never know. Kyle Phillips out front, Jake Scarborough second, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer fourth, Kevin Bacani fifth, and Jonathan Parker.
So, as a driver, how do you approach this restart? This is probably this is the final restart of the race. Safety car is in this lap. How do you approach this restart here? Do you
gotta slow it down at your Phillips,
drive away, or?
And then you gotta hit that loud pedal and hold the car steady and just drive away. Do whatever you can, basically. Don't wreck it. Don't do anything stupid. Good, clean restart here. As we're coming to it, you can see the cars on the very far left side of the screen. We're gonna be not side by side, but we're gonna be hitting the loud pedal here. And there it is. Green flag is back out in the air here in Saudi Arabia. Jurgensmeyer has pressure from behind, but Jake Scarborough got a great restart.
Ready to go.
3 laps to go, and to the outside. Scarborough looks not quite there, but gets a good turn 1.
Crosses him over side by side. Oh, nope.
And Scarborough backs out of it, but Jurgensmeyer is still there. Jake Scarborough is going to have to work really hard to keep it within 1 second of Phillips here. If he doesn't, it's going to be a problem. We have a problem in Sector 1, and it, I believe, was Trevor Graham. I don't know how bad it was, but I do think Trevor Graham was involved, and now Thomas Taylor, actually, that safety car was pretty big for him as well, as he is now trying to get back through the field. He's had a rough race himself.
Yeah, the Red Bull indeed. Had a rough season so far.
Yeah.
Compared to his teammate, at least.
And he is a reserve driver for this team, filling in for Liam Huffman this race.
Yeah.
Side by side up in front of him, that is Eric Zoll and Colton Paisley. Colton Paisley doing a heck of a job in that Williams car. And Jonathan Parker doing a really nice job up here in the Aston Martin. And Jake Scarborough has actually done a decent job at keeping Phillips within that 1 second gap. Might have a run on him here before turn 1. 2 laps to go here in Jeddah. If Scarborough can keep on managing like he's been doing, he can easily win this race. And Scarborough is now starting to fade a little bit. So this is going to be close. No DRS here on this straight. He will be able to gain like maybe 1/100th of a second, something like that, through the corners, but nothing crazy. And now he's outside of that 1 second range, right back in it though. Just got to get it through. I don't know if he's going to be able to though. It's going to be tough for Scarborough to win this race now. He's a little bit too far back coming to the white flag. We have a problem in Sector 2. It's the other Red Bull. It's Thomas Taylor. Don't know exactly what happened, but Thomas Taylor losing a lot of spots. And Phillips up by 7/10 as they come to the final corner. It'll be the last chance for it'll be the only chance for DRS, will be that last straightaway coming to the final corner. And Scarborough is going to have to do everything he can to stay with Phillips through Sector 1. DRS is enabled, but he's got to he can't let Phillips gain a tenth and a half. If he gains that much, it's over. He won't be able to get the DRS, and it'll be completely over. But Scarborough's going to do everything he can in this final lap to make sure he can stay within that range, doing a good job at gaining time on Phillips this area, but starts to lose a little bit of time there. And the gap stayed about the same, but that's okay. That's what he needs to do. And now he's going to have the DRS right here, but this next turn is strong for Phillips. This is one of Phillips' best turns. If Scarborough wants to win this race, which I'm sure he does, he's going to need to get about 3/10 through this area right here, which I don't see happening. It's going to be one heck of a lunge if he goes for it. Oh, he may have hit the wall there. That might be it.
Got the wall.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that'll do it.
Pushing a little bit too hard and not going to be in the DRS.
Out of battery. Let's build it back up now.
And a corner cutting penalty, and he's not in DRS range. This race is over. So Kyle Phillips, we can manage one more clean corner and not have an issue. He's going to go 2 for 2 here
Final turn
in Season 2. And Kyle Phillips is going to win the Earth Day Shootout. He wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Jake Scarborough second. And to the line, Kevin Bassani, I believe, may have got it, but he had an unserved penalty. So I don't know if that's going to drop him or not. Not quite sure there. I don't know who won it at the line.
I think Jurg was ahead. I'm pretty sure Jurg got him to the line, but penalties will...
Jurgen's might have ahead, but I don't know. Kyle Phillips wins race 2 here. And we hope everybody enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.